Freya. I'm one of the editors at the Wizrocklopedia, and I wanted to put this panel together so that we could just talk about a couple things. I think this community is so amazing, and I think just having these people, these panel members, who are all really important in the community and do a lot for it, telling us about it would be, I don't know, interesting. So I just want to introduce everybody real quick. To my right, Stephanie Anderson of Talks and Yours. And we have Jared Perkins of Bread and Forge. Dinah Russell, my co-editor at the Wizrocklopedia. That empty chair will soon be filled by Paul DeGeorge, who is coming just a couple minutes late. So, and then we have Lauren Fairweather of Moaning Myrtles. And Nina Jacobitz of Moaning Myrtles. Amy Snow of Mill Devane and the Chocolate Cauldron. And Russ Benoit of Creamy Crisis. So I organized this into a couple specific sections, and the first one is titled Dumbledore Will Fight For You Tonight. We're going to talk about the influence that Wizard Rock has on the Muggle community through the HPA and other charities that Wizard Rockers work with. And this first question is for Steph and Jared. While the HPA doesn't necessarily have just one cause, both of you have also used your music and influence for other causes. Do you think it's important that Wizard Rockers continue to make people aware of other causes, or do you think that teaming up behind the HPA would make a greater impact?
Ladies first.
I
think you have a clever answer.
Can we do this?
Yeah,
Is this allowed? Is this allowed? Is this good?
Right now I'm pretty heavily involved in a charity called To Write Love on Her Arms, which is a charity about to raise awareness and connect hurting young people who are mostly depressed and self-injurers with the help they need. And it's been a charity that I've been involved in for a really long time. So it's basically, using something that I'm involved in to support a charity that's really close to my heart. So, and currently the HPA doesn't have a partnership with To Write Love on Her Arms, so it's kind of not an option yet for me to be able to do that, just because I really want to support them.
And I think the HBA does a lot of really great work, but there are a lot of, we're fortunate to be in Wizard Rock where so many people are involved in charity, and a lot of people, the charity what a man. A lot of charities are supportive of the HB Alliance, and I think that's great. I've given donations. We had, actually, and you were involved with the symbol raffle of rock stock, and which raised like over $400 for the HPA. And so a lot of money goes to the HPA, and I just wanted to do some things that I did for the National Facial Foundation for Reconstruction, I think that's right, NFFR, to spread some of that around. And because again, HPA does great work, but I think there are other charities that are equally worthy, and just because we're all based around Harry Potter here, a lot of people have a lot of other needs and issues as well. So I just wanted to address some of those as well. And then the proceeds from my normal CD go to Book Aid International, which, getting back to our book theme, and that's one of J.K. Rowling's favorite charities, so that's why I chose to donate my sales of my albums to that.
Actually, I can understand that. I'm Dinah. In addition to doing the Wizrocklopedia, I'm actually staff for the Harry Potter Alliance. And so I was actually going to say, I fully support the raising of awareness and funds for other charities in addition to the HPA. Well, yes, we do always need funding at the Harry Potter Alliance. It's not the only thing that Wizard Rock is about. Wizard Rock is about expressing ourselves, expressing our interests, and sharing it with each other. And I love the fact that both of you and so many other Wizard Rockers have taken that and shared their love of these charities and this information and given it to so many other people. It's the most amazing thing, and I love the fact that Wizard Rock is so diverse as to be able to do that and not just focus solely on Harry Potter.
So as fans, we can buy compilation albums, make donations to causes, sign up for the EP of the Month Club, that sort of thing. What else do you think that fans can do to be more involved? What would you suggest?
Well, especially with the American economy right now, organizations across the nation need volunteers. So if you find an organization that, if you can't donate money, your time is just as valuable to a lot of organizations. So, or, you know, if you want to go, if you're old enough and able to go give blood, you know, there's, just find something you're interested in, and a quick Google search will probably bring up a charity that you can help out.
And volunteer is the most important thing you can do. And a lot of looking, when you donate to a charity or donate your time, really look into the charity first. I chose NFFR for Seriously Smiling because they were one of the most efficient charities in the country as far as like 82% of your dollar goes toward funding this charity and not like advertising and this and that. They have a staff of 3 people there. And they contact, you know, we usually, when we give donations, we don't contact the place until we send a check. But they contacted me because they were searching on the internet and saw what we were doing. So they contacted me and like, wow, there's only 3 of us. How did you even hear of us? But so I think a worthwhile charity too. That, you know, there's so many charities, and you hate to say pick one over another, but you want your dollar to go further, you know, or your time as well. And so, you know, I've donated with Mana Food Bank and, you know, United Way, Habitat. There's so many things, but I just look into your charity before you really go too into it, I think.
And along those lines, what other causes or, you know, different charities would you want to see addressed in the future? Would you want people to be aware of? Anything?
Well, I know my next couple of projects, I've decided to move to hopefully organize some stuff for the National Heart Association, just because like everything that I'm involved in is really close to my heart, and it's, you know, something that's affected me, my friends, or my family, and the Heart Association has been really important to me. So that's kind of what my next goal is to set my sights on.
Yeah, whatever's close to your heart.
Well, my personal situation is that in my area, there are a number of local charities that just don't get as much recognition because they're not national, international. And so I've been setting my eyes on some more local charities for single parents and for children without homes, etc. And there's actually a really cool like clothing manufacturer in my hometown that they sell their clothing, and a certain percentage goes to your choice of one of 4 charities. And it's just, even just so much as going and supporting those, it has been a lot of fun for me personally. It makes me feel like I make a difference even just by going out shopping. So.
And supporting companies that do support charities, like organic grocery stores that give back in the community, that support community events. I try to support those people as well.
And just real quick, this guy in the back here, that's Adam Dubberly from the Mudbloods. And we'll actually come back to this topic when Paul comes back, but for the moment, we're going to talk about balancing your life with Wizard Rock. And I titled this section, Now We've Got a Job to Do. And so we're going to be speaking with Lauren, Nina, Amy, Russ, Jared, and Steph.
Yeah.